Oh man, Capcom has done it again. We are so back, dude. We are so back. Alright, so today I want to talk about the announcement that just happened. They announced the Capcom Fighting Collection Volume 2. Now this is super exciting because I already loved the first compilation they did. They had all the Darkstalker games and a bunch of Street Fighter games and stuff like that, and some really obscure ones on there too. That aside, the Capcom Fighting Game Collection Volume 2 is coming in 2025, and I am so stoked for it. This is the one for me personally. Some of the games in here I've never played before, but I've always wanted to, like the Capcom vs SNK games. I always wanted to get those for my Dreamcast, but I never had the money for them. So I always had to watch some of my buddies play them over at my friend's house. I never got the chance to play with those, so that's really exciting to be able to mess around with them finally. The fact that we get the Rival Schools sequel, Project Justice, that's so sick. I love Rival Schools on PS1. Love that game. What was the other one? Plasma Sword, that's what it was called, yes. The sequel to Star Gladiator, the fighting game that when I talk about, no one knows what I'm talking about. Like, nobody remembers Star Gladiator. They remember Dude with the light sword from Marvel vs. Capcom 2, but no one ever knows what game he came from. But the two games I'll say, that I am the most excited about are definitely the Power Stone games. Like, I have such fond memories of playing Power Stone with my buddies, especially the first one. I have a lot with the second one too, but that first one was the first time I ever saw something like that, like the big run around arena fighter where you're not just like on a 2D plane fighting each other, like you're actually running around the environment fighting one another. And I thought it was the coolest thing ever. And this is before I had a Dreamcast. The only way I ever saw this stuff was when I went to my friend Patrick's house, who always somehow had the latest and greatest thing, console, whatever, you name it. He'd always had it before anybody. So we would always go to Patrick's house and check it out. And I remember the first time I saw it, and then I remember like the music and the characters running around and they're like shooting guns at each other and throwing barrels and eating pizza and getting health back. It's crazy. And then they power up and get their supers and everything. So cool. And the fact that this is going to be online, every game online, that is so wild to me. Like, how cool is that? Think of that. You come home from work, you're haggard, you're tired, you just want to hang out. You could fire up Power Stone 2 and get 4 people in the lobby and play a round or two. Like, that is going to be so cool. I can't even put into words how amazing that's going to be. That is going to be so fun. My brother's geeking out too about this. But yeah, they announced it. All the games are going to have rollback netcode, which is very cool. What else did they say? There's going to be like a whole section where you can look at old artwork and interviews with them and like designer sketches and stuff like that, which I really love. It's going to have all of the music in it as well. So yeah, overall, I am super stoked for this. Like, I can't believe this happened. Like, it's so weird. We get Marvel vs. Capcom collection, which blew my mind in the first place. I couldn't believe that was becoming a thing. And now we've got the Capcom Fighting Game collection too. Like, bro, I don't know. I think like Capcom is back to like the god status. I've been a Capcom fanboy since like back in the day on the NES and the Super Nintendo and stuff. And there was that brief moment in time where I thought Capcom was just gone. Like, they're just like, they became like the worst company ever, and the games are coming out, they were subpar, they were not good, and they've just been coming back and I feel like they've came back since Resident Evil 7. I feel like it's the starting arc of all this. But for fighting games, this is incredible. Like, all the greats are back. So anyway, I'm gonna end it here. Hope you all enjoyed the video. I hope you all are just as excited as I am for this. Let me know, are you gonna get this game? Like, A, are you excited? Are you gonna get this game? B, what console are you gonna get it on? And C, which game are you most excited for? Let me know in the comments. I'm curious to know. My mind is absolutely the Power Stone franchise. Like, this has been stuck on the Dreamcast forever now. I have been wanting a compilation of these two games since the PSP release, right? So anyway, that's it for me. Thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.